So in mid-January, I believe it was, Provost Ricker had reached out to me, just my thoughts on the idea, like concept, and seeing if we could put something together. We didn't want to send students home because of the pandemic. For this wellness week, it was going to really focus around mental health wellness, physical health wellness, and really just bringing students together and engaging them. We couldn't give them a week off, but how can we give them a week full of refilling their cup? The idea around the duck hunt, I guess, started with how can we get students to go to different offices? I know my suite is very quiet oftentimes, as are the other different suites in Whitaker and other buildings. So I really wanted students to know where the different offices are, interact with them, and every time I see a little rubber ducky, I smile, and I know a lot of other people do, so I figured, all right, let's have a duck hunt. The way that worked is once they found a duck, they were supposed to bring it to the office that the duck represented. So on the bottom of each duck, it had either alumni hall or alumni house or ROTC or student life. And so they were supposed to bring it to wherever that location is. What it has turned into is completely different than what my vision for it was. And students have come out and they just started searching for all of the ducks. And they didn't really care about the prizes at the end. It was more, can I find these ducks? Look at these. These are awesome. They're cool. They're fun. And so students were running around campus saying, oh, I really wanted to find that duck. Oh, where's that duck? And I even have students now who are like, I can't believe I sat at lunch and I didn't notice the duck until the very end when someone came up behind me and took the duck from the windowsill. So it's turned more into a, let's find them. Let's go get as many as we can. So it's created some bonding with students, which is amazing. Some students have popped in and said, hey, can I just keep the duck on top of getting the prize? That's totally fine. It kind of transformed itself, and I think the most important thing is students were out on campus and they were engaged. And that's one of the most important things, is they were having fun on campus. So really getting students out on campus, getting them to move around, and everybody smiles when they see a little rubber ducky. So on Monday, ROTC kicked it off with an ROTC challenge, and they've done this before in the fall, and it's where they do a drag, pull, run, I think that's what it's called, and they challenge, so whatever student comes by, they will essentially challenge an ROTC member, and they get timed, and if you get under 3 minutes, that's a great time.
So the way we looked at it in terms of the picture, Wellness Week involves, being well mentally, physically, and emotionally. Between 8 and 10 people total participated in the event. We had some athletes that came out and tried it out to see how challenging the event was. So it was a pretty good run.
ROTC really helped put that program on. They set it up for me. They advertised it. So there was great partnership there. They had close to 20 students come and just show themselves artistically while painting these pots. And that was outdoors, and it was great.
So this is just a fun activity. It gets people to think about water they're using when they're watering plants and stuff, and everyone loves painting pots.
I think it's very relaxing, to paint and stuff like that, yeah.
It's springtime, so everyone's planting flowers and stuff, and it's a good thing, easy way to keep a plant in your room, and you can, since it is wash week, you think about how much water you're putting in the plant. You can always reuse water that, from a water bottle or old water, something like that. That's why we're doing pots.
I am painting a moon with the stars. And I think it's pretty cool, but they've been making fun of me.
I do yoga every now and then, and so having the opportunity in the middle of the day to do some yoga felt good, and glad I did it. I think it's really, really important, especially kind of now in the semester, both for faculty, staff, students. It's a pretty crazy time, so having activities like this is definitely pretty important.
Right after you found
The Glow Run is whereas when the ROTC cadet came together, to do a run. We were supposed to have some of the Hood College students to participate. I do believe we had approximately 25 to 30 cadets where we did 2 laps around Route Charlie, which is the route that we use, which is pretty much going around the campus.
With glow sticks on at twilight, and it was really awesome.
That was exhausting, but I still was able to keep running as they were. I think others would agree to do it, especially athletes mostly, if they're not too busy. Some might be under concern considering the social distancing and with COVID still around, but as long as from what I've seen, as long as you still wear a mask and even shower afterwards like I'm going to, you'll be fine.
We tried to have at least one virtual event every day because we have students that are off campus, right? And we have faculty and staff members that are not on campus and they can't participate. Our history club put together a program. It was called All the Naked Ladies, so around artwork. And then the Transgender Day of Visibility occurred last night, Wednesday. And Dr. Kolish did a fabulous presentation with a partnership with QSU. And it was such an amazing program and so well attended. So I was very excited to be there.
So right now we're having a build your own airplant event where students can come out and you assemble a terrarium filled with an air plant. They're really low maintenance plants that are easy for college students to take care of and can add a little bit of brightness to their dorm room.
And we're really focused on trying to, try to really engage the community. It's Wellness Week. Plants are a great way to celebrate wellness because I think that all of us agree that we really are ready for spring and ready for getting more involved with nature. I think that plants as a whole really kind of speak to what's so important about heat and what heat really strives for, which is the incorporation of nature into all of our lives. We all have a shared environment. We all have an environment that we have to protect. And it's not just about educating people, it's about getting people out there and getting people engaged with the medium. And so I think that Wellness Week really, this kind of exemplifies what we want to promote, which is not just human wellness, but also environmental wellness. I feel like this is a good message to students that, our wellness is just as important as the wellness of plants or animals or whatever other species of living beings exist on this beautiful earth. Hell, even bacteria matter as well in their wellness.
But ultimately just to give the students something to take care of. Because that can translate to your own self-care and just having this extra brightness in their room and just a little something to brighten their day during this super busy, stressful semester.
Some students really fill their cup up by doing artwork. And so why not have an artwork piece to Wellness Week?
I always like obviously the message of protest work has a strong resonance, but I like the idea of having a message that's really bold and simple and communicates to diverse and large crowd. De-stressing, I mean, this specifically seems like a way to distress, but also fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it makes it easier to relax. It's painting.
I like to, work an environment and be around a place that considers that, for people that work there and people that, attend classes, that they're concerned and interested in giving people a space to reflect and calm down and learn methods of dealing with stress.
I still prefer the original spring break that had been planned. Though I understand now this one is more adaptable, especially with the Wellness Week, especially since we have no school Friday and the weekend is going to be Easter weekend.
I think that Wellness Week is a great opportunity for campus officials to still maintain the safety of our students while also giving them an opportunity to take somewhat of a break themselves. Obviously, you can't replace what a spring break is, but I think that as a administration, the college has done a good job of trying to find some sort of substitute that follows social distancing and COVID guidelines, but also allows the students to take a mental break and to take a mental wellness approach.
As a student, of course, I would probably prefer to have a full spring break, but I really am valuing the Wellness Week because it's a time where we can still be on campus and still catching up with work, but just at a lower pace and with self-care more in mind. So it's really awesome that we have events where, for example, like the mental health screenings, I think those are super valuable to our campus right now. So I think that this event fits in perfectly with all of those ideals.
I know Amanda and I are already talking about what type of collaborations we're going to have in the future. And so I think it's a definite possibility and looking to see when midterms are. Okay, maybe we have a spring break next year. Who knows? I don't know what that's going to look like. But looking to see how we can get students and help students. And maybe it's not a full week, but maybe it's a couple days, or maybe it's a celebration weekend around wellness and health. So really promoting wellness and health on campus is super important, and I think that that's going to move forward. I'm really excited and so thankful that people showed up to things. So that's it.
Happy Wellness Week.